Hello everyone. So in this lecture I'll be starting off with the AI. Okay, so I'll be creating a base AI in this lecture, and before I do, let me actually just clear up the level a bit. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is create some folders. The first would be the AI folder, and then we'll create the blackboard for our enemy. Okay, I'll call that bb memory, and the behavior tree I'll call that bp and bt underscore grunt base. Okay, save all. Now if you open up your behavior tree, you will see that the blackboard is automatically assigned to you. Okay, and you can also access the blackboard directly from here. Add keys, different kinds of classes like bool, class, enum, float, variable type, sorry. Yeah, float, integer, name, and so on. And in the behavior tree, you have your root. Okay, and from here, you can create the selector or the sequence, right? Both of them can be used at the root level. Okay, and from here, let's go ahead first add in the AI, right? Okay, I'll create a new folder over here. Now this will be character, then we'll have logic, and then we have behavior. Okay, so in the behavior I'll move the bt and the blackboard. In the logic I will create 3 new folders, that is the decorators, the services, and the tasks. Okay, so these are the 3 things that you can use to write your logic inside of a behavior tree. Okay, so from the sequence over here, let's say, okay, so I will add 3 more sequences. So if you add n conditions over here, such as, let's say I add a decorator over here, that is a blackboard type, let's say self actor. Yeah, let's go to blackboard. Let's create something called, let's create a new variable. This will be our target actor. That means the AI has seen our player. Okay, so let's say if target actor is set and target actor is not set in the other one, right? So a better choice instead of a sequence would be a selector over here. Why? Because a selector chooses one or the other, right, depending on the condition that is being fulfilled. So if I am to do a wait over here, right now the target actor is not set because we have not defined what a target actor is. It's just a variable in the memory itself. Okay, now if I go ahead and press the play button and press the apostrophe key, that is left to the enter, this opens up the AI debugger, and you can press the apostrophe to open or close it. Okay, and like as you saw, like it was red. That's because we are not actually assigning the behavior tree to any of these grunts, right? So to do that, we have to open up our bp grunt. From here you will get the AI controller, controlled actor is self, and from here you can call the run behavior tree. Okay, and from here you can call in the behavior tree that we just made. Now we'll see if I play again and press the tilde key, apostrophe key, all of them are green now. That means they have behavior tree assigned to them, that is the BP grunt base. But as you can see from the sequencer, it's first playing the selector that we have made over here, as you can see at 0, right? And from there it's playing the sequence on the 5th, as you can see. Yeah, so it also says over here, first is the selector, then it is going into the sequence, that is the 5th one, and it's playing the weight, that is on 6th. Okay, now this is because the actor is not set. Now if I made a logic that would say that the target actor variable is valid, like over here, what I can do is get blackboard and do a set blackboard value as an object. Okay, I make a literal name, and this would be, let's say, not let's say, it has to be exact. The literal name has to be exact as the one that you have named it over here, entry name. Okay, target actor, and this object type can be our get player character. Okay, now if I play, I press the apostrophe key again, and now you can see it plays the selector at 0, but now it plays the sequence at 2, and then it waits for 5 seconds. That means now our target actor is set, and I'm using the sequence on the left and not on the right. Okay, and also you can also see the target actor is now BP player. Okay, and the self actor is BP grunt itself. Okay, now again, if I remove this from here, again press the apostrophe key, and you can see target actor is again none, so it goes back to the sequence on the right. So that's what the sequencer does and the selector does. Sequencer again, I explained the selector. It basically chooses the best one, right? Now instead, if I have a sequence right over here, I'll leave it selector over there. If I have a selector, so it will wait for 5 seconds, then it will move to 2 seconds. Now if I play again, I'll go to BP grunt. Okay, sorry, it's not set. I'll set it back. I'll play, place the apostrophe and go back. Now you will see that it waits for 5 seconds, and then it goes back for 5 seconds again. See, so a selector basically like calls the functions one by one, right, one after the other, till the last function, and then it returns to the first function until and unless the focus moves to a next sequence or the next selector. Okay, a selector will basically choose whatever condition is being made, right? So even if I actually like removed this, okay, in a selector, if I removed this, you will see that it only plays that the actor is set, right? It doesn't actually go to the next one. It just keeps on waiting for this second. See, 4 seconds. It's waiting continuously. But now if I had the sequence over here and I had the condition that the target actor is set, if the target actor is set, wait for 5 seconds and then wait an extra 2 seconds. Okay, so if I did this, now you will see it waits for 5 seconds, and then it will wait for 2 seconds. 5 seconds, and then again 2 seconds. So that is how selector and sequences work. Okay, so now that's done. Let's go ahead and create our first logic, that is mm, how the BP grunt will detect our character. Okay, so what I'll do is, actually we have our characters over there in the BP grunt. I'll just move it to the character folder over here, and I'll create another folder over here. I'll call this controller. Okay, AI controller. Now I'll create a blueprint class. This will be our D2 proud AI controller. Okay, dt underscore controller base, and inside our grunt I will give this AI perception. Okay, and this perception would be a sight. Okay, peripheral vision is 90 degrees, so that basically is 90 and 90, 180. Okay, affiliation should be set to all. Max age I will say for 5 seconds, for 3 seconds. Remember the location of the enemy. After that, forget where the enemy is. Okay, actually I'll make it 1 second. Okay, that should be enough. And dominant sense should be sight. I'll configure the hearing later on when we go into that. So I'll remove this piece of code over here, and also I'll remove this one as well. In the controller base event graph, I will run behavior tree directly. Since this is a controller, I don't need to actually get the controller anymore, since the target is self. I'm running the behavior tree from here. In the class defaults, we don't have anything. We don't need to add anything. Okay, this is more than enough. Now over here I will go back to the AI folder, and in logic services I will create a BT service blueprint base, and I will call it BTS underscore check for layer, check for target. Okay, if I can rename that correctly. Okay, let's go. And now check for target. Over here you will see this is a service. Okay, and if you go to override, you will see that there's receive activation, activation AI, deactivation AI. Okay, so for player there's a different function, and for the AI is a different one, so you have to be careful about using the proper functions. Okay, so for the AI, what I'll do is I'll basically use the pick AI over here. Now in the class default, you can actually set the tick interval. I'll set it to 1 second. Okay, every 1 second it will update itself. Now from here I will check if the control pawn has a component. Get component by class, and this component is our perception component that we just added. Okay, we'll make sure if it is valid. If it is not valid, I want to print string. I want to make sure that we AI perception is missing. Again, sorry about that. I always stop or pause whenever I'm actually like debugging something or adding something like this. Yeah. So obviously I want to print string just to make sure that why a certain logic is not working and stuff like that. I want to be informed all the time. Okay, that's why I'm adding a print string over here. So get component by class, AI perception component, and from here I can call a function that is the get known perceived actors. Okay, so if I hover over it, you can see if sense to use is none, all actors ever perceived in any way will get fetched. Okay, so from here I can say which sense to use, that is the site. Basically what it means is if sense to use is none, basically if you don't select it, it will use all of these like the damage, hearing, prediction, everything to actually get the known perceived actors. Okay, so that's why make sure that you have selected the proper one, otherwise it's useless use of processing power. Yeah, so I'll do a for each loop. Now right now, since we are only using or only will be at our AIs will only be attacking the player character itself, I'll directly get the player actor. I mean, there are better ways to actually do this for multiplayer and other case scenarios where our AIs can actually detect other AIs of different classes and attack them. But for now, we'll just do the character one. Okay, so if it is equal to character, I will set that as our target. Okay, and once it is completed, I will set blackboard value as an object and I'll promote this key. Now this will be BB key, blackboard key, and this is the target that we're setting, right? So if it is valid, we'll set the target. If it is not valid, I will set it as null, right? So basically that's it for this logic over here, and I will apply it to the selector at the root. Okay, and at service check for target. Okay, every 0.92 1 second. Now from here I'll do two sequences. One is where our target actor is set. The other place, Control C, Control V, is not set. Okay. Now, once the target is set, I want to notify the observer on result changed, right? And I will want to quit this waiting time. Otherwise, they will just stop. For now, they will just stand there, wait for me, wait for them to sense me, and once they have seen me, they will do just turn around and look at me for now for this lecture or something like that, or just come to me, maybe walk up to me. But yeah, the main point is what observer abort does. Okay, so observer abort means like there's a wait time let's say this function has not finished uh, completing the wait, right? But if the target actor is set to scene, right, he will immediately cancel this operation and come over here. Okay, so that's why it is really useful and very important to do. Okay, so there is no lag, not lags, but it doesn't actually like feel unnatural for the AI to actually wait out its false condition before returning back to true. Okay, so from here on the target actor is set. Let's say, what can we do? First would be to turn towards the character, right? So we can call in the rotate to face BB entry. Now obviously this one actually takes location, so if the target is set, what we can do is we can create a task. Okay, I'll call this BTT, and this will be get actor location. This could be a task, but I'll not create it as a task, I'll create it as a service itself, BTS, because I want the target or the enemy to look at the player every few seconds, right, to be focused. Also another better way to do is use the set focus in itself, right? So yeah, I think even that is a good choice. So I'll go ahead with the task itself, and this will be set focus. I'll create another one that would be BTT remove focus. Okay, so the set focus override the execute AI. Now this is the execute AI, we no longer need it on tech itself. Okay, there's a task, it'll do, it'll call it only once, that is the execute AI, and then move to the next function. Okay, or the next logic. So from here I can get the controller, I can call in a function that is set focus, and this one will be get blackboard value as an actor. This actor will be our focus, and I'll promote this to a variable again, BB key, and I'll call this target again. Okay, another thing I forgot, okay, was in the check for target, this BB key, I want it to be instance editable. Okay, so I can actually go to my behavior tree and set my BB key target to be target actor. So inside the check for target, we are getting the target value, right? And we pass this data over to the blackboard using this blackboard key selector, right? And this in turn saves the target data in the blackboard key, that is this target actor. Okay, so that's why we need to have it instance editable like that. Same thing would be with the BTT set focus. I'll have to make this instance editable, and obviously since this is an execute AI function, I need to make sure I either call the finish abort or finish execute. Okay, so finish execute over here we can mean that the execution was successful for the set focus, and now move on to the next function. Okay, function call. So from here I can say that set the focus to target actor, and once it is done, focus has been set. Also another thing, in the character movement search for rotation, I want this use controller desired rotation. Okay, for the AI. And now, once the focus has been set, I want him to move to. Now this takes a location, so obviously I have to feed in the location itself, and for this I need another task. Okay, now this would be btt get player location. Now I'll override the execute AI function again, and over here I'll copy this as the same. Instead this time get, oh no, that was actually fine. Yeah, I'll create this variable, and from here I will get actor location. I'll also want to make sure that it is valid. If it is not valid, I want to say the finish execute was not a success, it was a failure. And if it was okay, I want to set blackboard value as a vector because I want to send the location. Okay, now for this I will create a new bb key, and this will be called target location. Okay, and this time around execution should be a success since the location was set successfully. Also make sure both of them are instance editable again, and over here I will get the player location. Now target actor, I need to go to the blackboard and create a vector over here. This will be target location, and move to would be, sorry, not filter class, target location. Okay, now once that is done, now if I play, all of them, once they see me, they should move towards me, but yeah, they don't. That's because in the bt grunt, if I search for controller, sorry, in the class defaults, if I search for controller, I need to change it to the controller that we just made, that is the dt controller base. Okay, now if I play this, as soon as they see me, they turn towards me. As you can see, now they are still not moving. That's because they need to actually, they need a navigation to move. Okay, so in the place actors, search for nav mesh bounce volume, and with this nav mesh in place, they will be able to move. You can press P to see the nav mesh over here in green. Press P again to disable it. Now if I play, you will see that all of them will walk towards me. See, now they will all try to follow me like this. See, they all flock me. Yeah, so obviously we don't want something like this. Also move to, they should actually stop at 300, to be honest. Something like this. Yeah, so they should wait, something like that, and they should just move around that place until and unless one of them has the go to, you know, come towards me and attack me, right? So this is fine. And why are they still moving? So why is that? Because as you can see, this just keeps on playing over and over again. So obviously we also need to make sure that have they reached a certain position that is like near me or around me, like within 300 radius, right? If they have, then they should stop and make sure that they are not blocking one or the other. Like right now you can what no sorry yeah, so yeah, they should not actually like be standing over here like this. They should actually like form a circle around me. So we'll do those one by one, okay, in this AI lecture. But for today I think this is more than enough. They have a certain sense. Okay, we have created a service that checks if they have seen the character or not. If they have, then they should wait. And yeah, that's more or less it. So, and if they haven't seen me, they should be waiting. Okay, so I think this is a good place for the AI for this lecture. And in the next lecture, I'll be going on a bit more faster. Okay, and as always, if you want to support me and the work that I'm doing, you can subscribe to my Patreon. It starts from just $1 a month. Okay, and also there are different uh, tiers based on the needs of different people. Okay, so do check it out once. Thank you.